Okay, welcome to this channel. Today we are going to the 7 supply jobs you can start small and grow to the top. Many people ask me, can I grow in supply chain if I start at the bottom? My answer is yes. Not instantly, not magically, but through a clear journey that thousands of professionals have achieved. Today, I will show you the 7 supply chain jobs anyone can start from the entry level and the highest point each path can take if you are committed. Let me just be honest. Entry level jobs do not pay high, but supply chain is unique. It is one of the few careers where you can start small and climb to the position that influence entire companies. So I want you to see the full career ladder, not just where you start, but where you can rise. Let's start with job number 1. That is the storekeeper. The storekeeper, then the warehouse manager, then the distribution director. So you start receiving, counting, updating stock as a storekeeper. The highest point, then you rise to a distribution director, head of logistics. So managing the fleets, the warehouse, the national distribution, millions of inventory, and so on. So this path transform disciplined people into powerful operational leaders. Don't forget, you start as a storekeeper and then you rise to a distribution director. But it requires discipline. That's the point. Job number 2, procurement assistant, or you may say it as a junior procurement, or you may say it as the buyer. Then finally, as you grow into head of procurement, so you start supporting buyers with documents and follow-ups. This is just the entry level. The highest point, you grow into the chief procurement officer or supply chain director. So you lead like sourcing, negotiation, supplier strategy, cost optimization, and so on. So procurement has one of the strongest pay scales at senior levels. So this is one of the most attractive job in the supply chain. Position number 3 is the logistics clerk. Then you move to logistics manager, and finally, you may rise to the operation director. So at the entry level, at the start, you may track deliveries, you manage routes, you interact with drivers. The highest point, when you rise to the highest point as operation director, you oversee the transport, international logistics, customs, distribution networks, and so on. So this path suits problem solvers who thrive under pressures. You start as a logistics clerk, and finally, you rise to operation director. Position number 4, inventory clerk. That's the start. Then you move to inventory planner, and Finally, you may rise to the supply chain planning manager. So at the entry level, you may start counting stocks, updating records, maybe entering data, inventory data, and so on and so on. This is just the clerical level. Then you step by step just grow into a supply chain manager or a sales and operation lead. Then you will be just responsible to manage production, demand, financial forecasting, um, product flow, and so on. So the planning roles sit at the heart of the supply chain strategy. So you start as inventory clerk, and the final as you may rise to a supply chain manager. This is that's one of the key function in the supply chain. Position number 5, quality technician. Let's say that's a quality clerk. Then you move to the quality manager. Then compliance director in the supply chain. So at the entry level, you start inspecting the materials and products. You check the incoming materials against the specifications. Then identify if any defects and so on. This is the clerical level. The highest point is the quality director or compliance head. So you will be just responsible for controlling standards, certifications, audits. So the quality leaders protect this brand reputations and product safety. So you start as a quality clerk, a quality technician, then you grow into a quality director or a compliance head. Number 6, that's the data entry. So entry level, you may become the data entry clerk. Then you move to the supply chain analyst. And finally, that's the digital supply chain lead or digital supply chain manager. So entry level, you may be assigned to update systems, organizing data, cleaning data, and so on and so on. So when you grow into as a digital supply chain head, you will be just responsible for just the managing dashboards, just the automations, maybe this now artificial intelligence forecasting. So this is just the future of the supply chain. That's the high paying and in the global environment. Today, the data-driven decision making is that's the order of the day. So, as a digital supply chain manager, you may be this everything. You may be this high-paying uh, person in the supply chain. Another critical position in the supply chain is customer service. Then you grow into the order management, and finally the customer operations director. So at the clerical level, at the entry level, you will handle the customer orders and deliveries, simple clerical jobs, and then you step by step just grows into a high position, that's the customer operation director. So as a customer operation director, you will be responsible for managing this order fulfillment, service logistics, customers experience, and so on. So this path builds strong communicators who understand end-to-end flows. So customer service clerk, and then there's the customer operation directors. Let me give us some facts, some truths in this career, in the supply chain careers. These are just the facts. You do not jump from the storekeeper to director in 2 days. You cannot jump from the clerical jobs to a high-paying jobs within a week, a month, or in 1 year. But every major supply chain leaders, personnel I know, including myself, that started small at the entry level. So your supply chain rewards consistency. That's very important. Be consistent. Stay there. Grow slowly, one position at a time. Try to develop your problem-solving capabilities. That's very important. Try to learn. You should always learn new in the supply chain, because the supply chain is a very dynamic field. So it's constantly changing. So you need to learn something new every day. You should develop, let's build and exercise your leadership in every position. Try to learn, build, and exercise your leaderships. And try to just provide attention to details wherever you are, in any positions, be it as a clerk, officer, senior manager, director, whatever. Pay attention to detail. That's very critical. So if you show this, if you develop such kind of habits, definitely that you will rise to the top of the high paying positions. So the highest point in supply chain is not a job title. It is the ability to influence strategy, reduce millions in cost, build systems, support national industries, and lead teams that move products across continents. All right. So whether that you start in a store, in a warehouse, or behind a desk, your starting point does not define your destinations. All right. Um, you determine your destinations. Your everyday activities will automatically just define your ultimate destinations. I thank you so much. This is all about today. If you found this video useful, please just subscribe and share these videos. If you have any comment, please tell me this, your comments in the comment section. I thank you so much.